العلي العظيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. The moon for the month of Ramadan has not yet been established, and we don't have any confirmed news about moon having been sighted anywhere. Therefore, it seems that inshallah ta'ala the month of Ramadan will commence on Tuesday, the 23rd of February 1993. But tomorrow, if no further information is received, will be 30th of Shaban. According to the fatwa of all the maraja, it is mustahab and sunnah to fast on 30th of Shaban. And remember that there is nothing like Yawm Shak. Many people still have got this idea in the mind that, well, because there is doubt, it could be the month of Ramadan, therefore we should fast with the niyat of Yawm Shak. Yawm Shak means the day of doubt. There is nothing like Yawm Shak. And therefore, Ayatullah Al-Khuy, rahmatullah alayhi, used to say that to fast with the niyat of Yawm Shak is a bid'ah, means something which is not in Sharia. So now, if we observe the fast tomorrow with the niyat of sunnah, suppose there is no qada on someone, and someone wants to fast sunnah, mustahab, and then it comes to transpire that it was Ramadan, the fast will automatically go to the month of Ramadan. Of course, Ayatullah Gulpaigani says that if someone comes to know tomorrow, 30th of Shaban, that it is first of Ramadan, it is mustahab for him to make a niyyah that now I'm converting it or transferring this to the month of Ramadan. That is sunnah. But it changes automatically because in the month of Ramadan there is no other fast. So, and those who have qada can keep qada tomorrow. Any qada, ladies, gents have qada. If it is Ramadan, it will automatically go into the month of Ramadan. If not, it will be the fast. And those who do not want to fast tomorrow because they are sure that it is 30th of Shaban, they are committing no sin. They may eat. When they are sure that it is 30th of Shaban, it's not wajib to fast. Therefore, if they don't fast, they are not committing any sin. But we keep a fast just because if there is any news later on, we can see that our fast goes to the month of Ramadan. And anyway, it is also istiqbal. Istiqbal means welcoming. I mean, don't do the niyat of istiqbal, don't do the niyat of welcoming Ramadan, there is no such thing. But people do this. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to welcome the month of Ramadan by fasting many days in the month of Shaban. Anyway, now, tonight there are 2 or 3 masail that I would like to draw your attention to. First and foremost is that there can be no fast without niyyah. Niyyat means intention. And there is no need to utter niyyat in words. That means that one doesn't have to speak out those things that I am going to fast tomorrow, qurbatan ilallah, no. Nor is it necessary that one should keep this in mind that I am going to fast tomorrow. What is necessary is to make an intention that I shall not commit any such acts which make roza batil, which invalidate the fast from subh till maghrib. That much of intention in your mind is enough for the fast. It is not even necessary to say that this is the fast of Ramadan, because it is of Ramadan and it cannot be otherwise. Now, this is very simple. And Ayatullah Gulpaigani says that it is mustahab and it is recommended that one should, on the first night of Ramadan, make a niyat for the whole month. That inshallah ta'ala, I'll fast this whole month. But if you want to do individually every night, also you can do. But the time of niyyah is from the nightfall till Subh Sadiq. This is the time of niyyah for the Ramadan. And if somebody forgot to make a niyyah altogether, then in the month of Ramadan he is still given some leeway. That means he is allowed still up to before Dhuhr. If he makes the niyyat, his fast will also be valid. After Dhuhr, if one makes a niyyat of Ramadan, then his fast is not valid. Now, about the times. The subject that is before us is that one has to observe time. You have got to observe time. What is wajib is to observe time. It is not wajib to issue the lists and timetables. It is to observe time. What time does Maghrib fall? According to all the maraji', we know this, that after the sunset, one has to wait. And one can come here or anywhere in this country, in this town, in the city, and see after the sun disk has set, how long does it take for that darkness to pass overhead. It takes about, according to my observation, 6 minutes and no more. And ihtiyat is 10 minutes. But as far as minutes are concerned, it is not our subject. Somebody wants to wait for 20 minutes, he can wait. One wants to wait for 15 minutes, he may wait. Because this is ihtiyat which anybody wants to pursue may pursue. We have given this timing according to our observations. Similarly, Subh Sadiq and Subh Kadhib. If it is a clear sky here, if you come here early in the morning, before the sun has risen, you will find first what is called in English false dawn. That false dawn is Subh Kadhib. That is not the time of namaz. At that time, what you will find is the columns and pillars, white columns and pillars, reflected by the sunlight. And remember that in this country, the sun does not go below the horizon more than 12 degrees. That is the reason why the nights are not as dark as they are in equatorial countries. In those countries, the sun is supposed to go down up to 35 degrees. Here it goes only up to 12, maximum seen 18, doesn't go beyond that. Well, that is the reason why the nights are sometimes lighter, not dark. If you come here, if the night is clear, you will see false dawn. You will see the columns and the pillars of light just before Subh Sadiq. And the moment Subh Sadiq enters, you will find the whole horizon equally horizontally white. The columns disappear and it becomes one patch white. That is Subh Sadiq. At that time, as that time enters, we must stop eating, drinking, and doing all that which will break the fast, which we shall discuss later. How many things will break the fast? Before that, one can eat and one is free to do all those acts which normally break the fast. But the moment Subh Sadiq enters, now because people have seen and observed, they have prepared their timetables. And according to the timetable, when the muazzin gives the adhan at the first time, as the time enters, on time, and he says Allahu Akbar, just before that, of course, things must stop, eating, drinking, smoking, whatever it is. Now, this is important, it's not for eating and drinking, because all the ulama have recommended that you don't have to wait till last minute. That means with a half cigarette in hand, waiting for. The moment he says Allahu Akbar, I extinguish it. Or with a half cup of water, waiting. Just as he goes there, I just drink trying to win. That is not the idea. The main idea of giving Subh Sadiq was actually for ghusl janaba, ghusl hayd, ghusl istihada, and things like that, nifas. Because if a person is in janaba, he has got to get cleared from janaba by doing ghusl before Subh Sadiq. And for that, Subh Sadiq has got to be determined. You see, for food and things like that, one can stop half an hour before. Suppose the time given is 5:36, Subh Sadiq. One can stop eating from 4 o'clock. It's up to him. One can stop eating, drinking from 5, quarter to 5. It's up to him. The earlier he stops, the safer he becomes. But what about ghusl? For ghusl, he still has time. He cannot decide at 5:15 that, oh, now it is 5:36, I can't do ghusl, therefore I will fast without ghusl. He cannot do it. He has got to make the maximum benefit of those minutes and do ghusl. If he cannot or she cannot do ghusl, then of course they will do tayammum. So the time is important for those things, not for eating and drinking, because that of course one can stop even earlier. Half an hour earlier, 1 hour. Similarly, iftar, one may not do iftar as shown in the timetable. He wants to wait for further 10 minutes. There is nothing to stop him. In our fiqh, roza does not become makruh if you delay. I mean, the Ahlul Sunnah brothers have got this problem, that they say that if you delay iftar, your roza becomes makruh. We don't have that concept. There is nothing like roza becoming makruh. You can wait as long as you want. You may, in fact, the Prophet ﷺ sometimes would pray Maghrib and then do iftar, and sometimes wait even for Isha and then do iftar. That means he would wait, adhan, muazzin gives adhan, he would pray Maghrib, people will pray with him. After Maghrib he would sit for iftar. Sometimes after Isha. And he used to say that to do iftar after salat is better, has got more thawab. So there is no question. So these two things must be kept in mind, and there is no need for anyone to create any confusion in one's own mind. This is very simple. Now, there are certain things which are mustahab and which must be kept in mind. First is that the month of Ramadan, which inshallah will commence from day after tomorrow, is not an ordinary month. When the Prophet stood up at the end of Shaban and said, Ayyuhan nas, laqad aqbala ilaykum shahrullahil akbar. The great month of Allah has now come. It is proceeding towards you. Ayyamuhu afdalul ayyam wa layalihi afdalul layali. The days of this month are the best of all the days, and the nights are the best of all the nights. Anfasukum fihi tasbih. Your breathing itself will be just like tasbih in this. Wa nawmukum ibadah. And sleeping itself also will be a part of ibadah and worship. So now what shall we do? Inshallah, as the days advance and the nights come in, we shall be discussing this in the light of what we have been taught by our Prophet and Aimma alayhimus salam. What I wish that, because it is going to be in English, particularly in English, although it could have been in Urdu, and there have been requests repeatedly and insistent requests that I should speak in Urdu. And there have been some who have also opted for Gujarati. I am only waiting for some letters to come for Kutchi. But Gujarati, English and Urdu, I have already received requests. Now how to do it, I do not know. But it will take some time. But I do it in English particularly because the importance of the month of Ramadan, if it can be understood by our young boys and girls, as to how this month is going to develop our spiritual inclinations. That aspect of life which is normally overlooked and ignored, and that we are not what we simply see as our bodies with our clothes and ornaments adorning our physical existence. We are something much more than that. that power which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to us as human beings, which can be developed because of the fast. What is the meaning of the fast? Why are we fasting? And why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decreed that we fast? May Allah give us tawfiq, inshallah ta'ala, to follow His commands in this month of Ramadan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.